Greetings, my brothers and sisters. How delighted I am to come to you again in this last and final segment, remembering bridges that brought me over. The late Vernon Shaw, we called him Calhoun, used to say that Rockingham is a good place to be from. I can't help but to agree. Of all of the cities in North Carolina, all of the towns, I'm glad that I grew up in Rockingham. There were some amazing people who came my way. I'm grateful for the many pastors who've sowed seeds into my life. I'm grateful for men like J.H. Turner, men like W.E. Simmons, men like J.H. Ferguson. I am grateful for men and women who've blessed me over the years. I've had the great privilege of having 4 pastors in my life. My first pastor, I talked about the Reverend Dr. H.S. Diggs. My second pastor was Reverend L.A. Sawyer. My third pastor who baptized me was Reverend N.R. Harrison. But the last and fourth pastor who impacted my life even the more was the Reverend R.T. Gilchrist. Oh man, thank God for Robert Tyrone Gilchrist. That was my man. That was my man. Look. He showed me how to love people. He showed me through example how to love folk who were seemingly unlovable. He loved them. How he looked like God, looked beyond their faults to see their needs. Folk had issues like all of us, but he loved us in spite of our issues. He is the one that I entered the ministry under. So he was my father in the ministry. I did not have a formal education at 16. No, I was not in divinity school at 16. So he was my model. When I would be blessed to put together a sermon, I would ask myself, well, how would Reverend Gilchrist start this introduction? What do you think he would say? I am grateful for Reverend R.T. Gilchrist. He is my model in ministry. He loved the people of God. He was faithful to the cause of Christ. And yes, he could preach. He was often called upon to be that counselor, that advisor. He was called upon when times got hard, not just by Providence disciples, but by the community. He was indeed the community's pastor. Thank you, Reverend Gilchrist, for embracing me, and not just me, but other young preachers. Thank you for what you've done. You've made a difference in my life. You remember Robert Frost, who talks about going down a country road doing well, 2 roads diverge in a yellow wood. Sorry, I could not travel both. And then he said, well, I chose the path that was untrodden. And then he ends by saying, that has made all of the difference in my life. Guess what? I'm so glad that these brothers, and especially Reverend Gilchrist, passed my way. And that has made all of the difference. Peace.